The spiritual trap that looks like holiness. Understanding Colossians 2 verses 20 to 23. Before we start, I would like you to ponder on these two questions and try to provide answers to them to the best of your capacity. Here are the questions. Number one, why do people love rules more than Christ? Number two, why do Christians keep returning to spiritual prison? Imagine a man who has been released from prison, the prison gates open, his chains are removed, his sentence has been fully served. He is now a free man, but instead of enjoying his freedom, he returns every morning to the prison yard, stands behind the bars, and voluntarily obeys all the prison regulations. When asked why, he replies, "I've always lived this way. It feels safer." Most of us will call that foolish, yet according to Paul, many believers do exactly this spiritually. Before we continue, I'd like to hear from you. What is your understanding of this topic? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like this video, share it with fellow Bible students, and subscribe to Zion Reference Library for more in-depth biblical teachings. Your support helps us continue making these studies available to more people. In Colossians chapter 2 verses 20 to 23, Paul addresses Christians who had been set free by Christ but were being pressured to return to religious regulations and man-made restrictions. Paul writes, "Wherefore, if ye be dead with Christ from the rudiments of the world, why, as though living in the world, are ye subject to ordinances?" This raises a profound question that goes, why do people who have been made free in Christ often prefer bondage disguised as spirituality? To understand Paul's argument, we must first understand what he means by being dead with Christ. When Christ died, believers died with him. This does not mean physical death. It means our former relationship to the whole system has ended. We have been separated from the world's elementary principles, the religious systems, rituals, regulations, and human efforts that claim to produce righteousness. Paul is essentially asking, if you have died to that whole system, why are you acting as though you still belong to it? Then he gives examples: touch not, taste not, handle not. Notice that Paul is not talking about God's moral commands. He is talking about man-made religious regulations that promise spiritual growth. These were rules invented by men and presented as pathways to holiness. They sounded spiritual, they looked impressive, but they lacked divine power. Think of a smartphone. Imagine someone buys the most advanced smartphone available. Instead of learning how to use its operating system, they spend all their time polishing the screen. Every day they clean it. Every day they admire it. Every day they protect it from scratches, but they never switch it on. The phone looks perfect externally, but its true purpose remains unfulfilled. That is exactly what legalism does. Legalism focuses on external behavior, neglecting the transformation of the heart. The person appears spiritual, yet the inner man remains unchanged. Paul says these regulations concern things that perish with use. Food is eaten and disappears. Physical objects wear out. External restrictions deal with temporary matters, yet many people treat them as the essence of spirituality. The problem is not limited to the first century, it still exists today. Many people judge spirituality by outward appearances. Some think holiness is determined by clothing styles. Others believe righteousness is measured by dietary choices. Others equate spirituality with adherence to denominational traditions. Yet a person can obey every external rule and still possess a proud, jealous, unforgiving, and unbelieving heart. Consider the tree. You can tie fruit onto its branches. From a distance, it may appear fruitful, but the fruits did not grow from the life within the tree. They were attached artificially. Eventually, they will fall off. Real transformation works differently. Healthy roots naturally produce healthy fruit. Likewise, true Christian living grows from union with Christ, not from externally imposed regulations. Paul acknowledges something important. These rules possess an appearance of wisdom. They look impressive, they seem disciplined, they often attract admiration. People naturally respect visible sacrifice. Someone who follows numerous restrictions may appear deeply devoted, yet appearances may be deceptive. A counterfeit currency note may look genuine. The colors are correct, the paper resembles the original, the design is convincing, but regardless of its appearance, it possesses no real value. Similarly, man-made religion often possesses the appearance of wisdom, while lacking spiritual power. Paul identifies three features of these systems, which are: number one, self-imposed worship. This is worship designed by human imagination rather than God's revelation. It is religion on our own terms. Number two, false humility. This is humility that seeks recognition. It appears modest outwardly while secretly feeding pride. Number three, harsh treatment of the body. People assume that polishing the body automatically produces holiness, but bodily discomfort does not guarantee spiritual maturity. A person may fast extensively and still be arrogant. Another may live simply and still be selfish. External suffering alone cannot transform the heart. Paul concludes with a devastating assessment. These practices are of no value against the indulgence of the flesh. That statement strikes at the heart of legalism. Rules can restrain behavior temporarily, but they cannot change desires. A speed limit sign may slow a driver. It cannot make him love safe driving. A fence may keep animals within the boundary. It cannot change their nature. Likewise, religious regulations may modify conduct for a season, but only Christ transforms the inner man. The gospel does not merely improve behavior, it creates a new creation. God's solution to the flesh was not better rules. God's solution was the cross. Christ did not come merely to give humanity another list. He came to provide a new life. The Christian life is not about becoming acceptable through regulations. It is about living from the acceptance already secured in Christ. This passage challenges every believer to examine the foundation of their spirituality and ask ourselves these three important questions. Number one, are we trusting in Christ or in our religious performance? Number two, are we measuring maturity by outward appearances or inward transformation? Number three, are we trying to defeat the flesh through self-effort or through dependence on Christ? The believer's victory is not found in touch not, taste not, handle not. It is found in one who died, rose again, and now lives within his people. The gospel does not place us back in prison, it opens the prison doors. The question is whether we will walk in the freedom Christ purchased or continue standing voluntarily behind bars. That exactly is a summary of Paul's challenge in Colossians chapter 2 verses 20 to 23. Freedom has been given. The question is, would you live as a free person or not? The ball is in your court. Please leave your thoughts and answers in the comments. God bless you.